Alright, first and foremost, I'm gonna say all honor and praises be unto Yahweh Shemel Shai, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and shalom to the sincere, I'm elect out there teaching this truth in faith and sincerity. I just came across this article on RT News, which I really find interesting because it just shows it sets a stage from a time period that we're actually in, that basically that time period of war, man, and I find this article interesting. It says Russian nuclear subs quietly reached U.S. coast and left undetected, man. And really, that's an act of war, man. Because the basically the whole purpose of having submarines get as close as possible to when enemy shores is to prepare for that in a time of war, get as close as possible to basically shoot missiles, man. And basically this act alone shows that we're in a time of war, because countries are constantly preparing. And in this article, they actually admit over there in these states that they can't keep tabs of Russia, man, at all. Because why could could their whole technology is constantly improving? Because guess what? A sword is it's being sharpened, man. And the load is giving them that spirit, man, because they gonna play a key role in the destruction of America, which people ignorantly which people don't know is called Babylon the Great in the Bible. But it's a short article. I'm gonna read it and bring out 3 scriptures. This is says Russian nuclear powered submarines conducted an exercise near American military bases with the objective of avoiding detection as they came close to the U.S. coast. So them submarines actually came close to the U.S. coast. Now that obviously wouldn't take place if war it wasn't in the air. Of course it's in the air. That's why these things are happening. A submarine squadron commander told Russian military TV. It says a stunning revelation was made in a military TV series set to air on Zvezda, which means star. Yeah, the Russian Defense military's official broadcaster. Right, if you skip down, it says according to the submarine officer filming the show, the Navy command ordered to take position in the vicinity of U.S. military bases during exercises. This mission has been accomplished. The submarine showed up in the set location in the ocean and returned to the base. Yeah, if we skip down, it says asked if the submarines had managed to stay off the radar during the mission. Starshinov replied, yes, this is our objective, to come and go undetected. The Navy commander said the Russian vessels came close to American shores but did not violate the U.S. maritime borders, right? But if you skip down, right, it says in 2016, a senior U.S. naval official complained that the military branch cannot ensure full awareness of Russian submarine deployments, which were at the level unseen since the Cold War. So they're saying basically since the Cold War, they can't keep track on what they are are doing in terms of submarines alone, man, which have been at a heightened state since the Cold War, man. Because guess what? It's becoming hot now, man. Because the Lord is stirring up the spirit of them, the people in Russia, man. You know, the actual armies of Russia, Putin and so on and forth. Because according to the Bible, they are understood as the Medes and being Gog and Magog, man. Right? And it says the submarines that we are seeing are much more stealthy, right? Admiral Mark Ferguson, commander of the U.S. naval forces in Europe at the time, told CNN the Russians have more advanced weapon systems, missile systems that can attack land and long-range targets, and their operational capabilities were getting better as they range farther from home waters. That's right, because guess what? The Lord's stirring up their spirits, man. He's stirring up their spirits, man. Because guess what? This war is going to take place. This is Revelation 11 and 14. The second war was past, and behold, the third war coming quickly. And if you read the book of Revelation 8 and 13, it specifies through 3 wars, man. Those 3 wars are the 3 world wars which are prophesied in the Bible to take place. This is Ezekiel 38 and 2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief of prince of Meshach, Tubal, and prophesy against him. That's right, it's prophesying against him, because even though they are going to play a part in the destruction of America, their kingdom is going down too, because guess what? They are also the children of Esau. And say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I'm against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I'll turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And what's that talking about? That's talking about them going back to that old Cold War spirit, man, of, you know what, let's destroy America. That's why the actual U.S. commander had to admit, man, they're becoming more crafty and stealthy, and they are planning, you know, stuff, you know, basically shoot an ICBM, basically on America. That's basically what we were saying, that they're basically sharpening their sword, basically, because this is a prophecy. And I'll turn thee back and I'll put hooks in their jaws. It's taking them back to that old Cold War way, man. And I'll bring thee forth and all thine army. And that's what's happening now. Horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, which includes a submarine and then missiles and fire jets, things as such. Even a great company on bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Iran, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, man. You know what I mean? So, and basically, that's what's happening, man. And the time's gonna come, they're gonna think that evil thought, man, and waste America, man. With all the allies of America. Guess what? The actual allies of America are actually gonna play a part in its destruction. They're all walking, they're all proud and shit. They don't even know. Countries that they think they're cool is gonna play a part in its burning and its kindling of fire. This is Jeremiah 50 and 9, right? It says, "For I'll raise and cause up to come against Babylon and assemble of great nations from the north country," which is talking about Russia, man. Through the spirit, through prophecy, through the breakdown of the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, through the spirit and power of Shai, and they shall set themselves in array against her, and that her is Babylon the Great, that great city, that great harlot, which ruleth over kings of the earth. And they shall set themselves in array against her. Yeah, from thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be that of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And if you read in 2 Ezra 13, it speaks about arrows that shot from one end of heaven onto the other. Now, I don't care how many squats you do and how many pull-ups and chin-ups you do. You can't shoot a bow and an arrow from here to Spain. So in prophecy, when shot in the end of the world, it's talking about what them ICBMs, man. Because they used terms back then to describe things they saw back then. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, which is his modern day America. All that spoiler shall be satisfied. That's right. And why are they going to be satisfied? Because they've been conquering the whole earth. Because you were glad, or because you rejoice, or you destroy all my heritage. Because you are grown fat as a heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. Right? That's right, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. We're talking about again. That's the line of Russia, man. They shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows shall also dash the young men to pieces, and they shall not pity upon the fruit of the womb, and the eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's how we know it's not talking about an ancient place of Babylon. Because if you go according to the scriptures, man, it says the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire out of heaven. You can take a plane onto Iraq today. But the Lord said he going to destroy this new spiritual Babylon as Sodom and Gomorrah. And when you read in Genesis, it says he destroyed it with fire out of heaven. And that's going to happen when America is destroyed in this world war. And the key country that's going to play a part in that is Russia. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and 5. For every battle of the world is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. And this joint fight and battle of troops is going to be burning and fuel of fire, and that has never happened upon the earth, where joint countries have come to fight a world war with fucking ICBMs, man. And that's what's going to happen. And once that happens, America's going to be destroyed, which is Babylon the Great. So with that, hopefully you brothers were edified. Shalom.